Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 25. I am Flashdown Farms and this is the start of my new series on the wonderful map Pallegney. As you can see, I am not at the main farm on this map, that is down in the town. I am concentrating this series on sheep farming and goat farming, with a bit of arable on the side. As you can see, this is one of our paddocks. We have two paddocks to start off with. Just jump the fence here. The goats are over here and the sheep are across the road. Got ourselves a little dairy to keep us, get us going on the right track. So this is one of our tractors. It's the class Arion, 180 horsepower. This is our most powerful tractor. This is more of our workhorse tractor. It's a small farm. We haven't got big machinery. We don't need anything crazy big. As you can see, this is our sheep paddock on the right here. I took out the small field because it wasn't working as a field for me. It was too small to do anything really. So I put in a sheep paddock, one of the fenceless pastures. And there it is. As we come down this track here, we'll come down to our main machinery barn. And here it is. This is our basic setup, a basic grass setup really. As like I said before, nothing too big, nothing too large. And mainly class machinery because the dealership here in the town is class. So I thought I'd stick to the brand. So anyway, we'll get hooked up to this mower. That'll be our first job for the day. There it is. Jump out and look. Turn the engine off, that's it. Here we are, as you see. Old class Dominator combine, pretty small. Windrow, tedder, baler. Mower, obviously. And this is our second tractor, a Fendt favourite, 515. I think it's 150 horsepower. So there we go. So let's have a look at the map and check out what fields we have. As you can see, nothing. It's not a big farm. We only got one grass field, two arable fields, a couple of pastures, and a bit of waste ground on the side. That's our cultivated field. It's empty. That'll need to be planted, drilled, probably with a winter crop. And we have a field of wheat, which is ready to harvest, which we'll get on to later, as you can see. So for the settings, normal difficulty, 5 times speed, crop destruction, ploughing is on, field stones are off, weeds are on, disaster destruction is off as well. Let's get started with our first job. So we'll jump into the Arion. Like I said, this is going to be our main tractor. Do most of the heavy lifting around the farm. Jump into this field and we'll get mowing, get some bales for the sheep and the goats. Keep them going through the winter. Steering assist on. It's a bit of an awkward field, as you can see, with this viaduct, drain bridge, really, it is going through it, but more interesting. A bit tricky for the workers, but we'll work around it. So let's get mower down. So I'm gonna get cut in. I like to start off a little bit, and then I'll see you on the other side. Boring finished. Next job is tedding. First we have to move this windrow out the way. 8 meter. What we have here. Decent way to get this. Just big enough. Maybe a little bit too big for our farm, but okay. It'll do the job. So just first in here, get hooked up to our tether. There she is. Get a fairly decent size for the field we have. 7 meters, I think it is. Yeah. Let's get the steering assist back on. Not the greatest yield in this field, but it'll do to start off with. Okay, so we're just finishing up the tedding here. Like I said before, not the greatest yields. Can't see too much grass on the floor here, but I'm sure the sheep will eat it. That's not a problem. We are one last little strip just over here, and maybe a couple of spots here and there I need to sort out. There's one. I think that'll just about do it. Oh no, here's one more. Get this one around the corner. This is what I said. A bit tricky for the worker around these pillars. So let's get this folded up, put back in the shed. That's what those bars are for. There we go. Okay. Right then. So for the windrow, I think we'll use the class Arion. Just get this mower put away. Same time. Get ourselves hooked up to the windrow. And it's a bit of a tricky field to start off with. I will try and get around these pillars before we hand it over to the windrow, to the worker. I do like the worker to do the windrowing. Gives nice straight lines with the follow with the baler, but it's going to be tricky in this field. So as you can see, a couple of headlands, get her swung round. And if I can start off doing this awkward bit, maybe we can hand it off to the worker to do the ups and downs to finish her off. So we'll do a bit of a jump cut here, just go around these pillars. We've done it plenty of times already, and then we'll get on to baling. Here we are. I've done most of what I think the worker can't do. So with a bit of luck, if I can send him off down this side, finish off this headland, 2 headlands, and maybe we'll be alright. Like I said, I'm not super confident in these workers on this field, but we'll give him a chance, see what he can do. Oh, back up a bit, there you go. And off he goes. Right then, so that means I need to get myself back into the fence, get hooked up to the baler, and start finally making these bales. It's a fairly small baler, class Rollant. Only does the 125 centimeter bales, smallest you can do. But this is the start. Starting small. Now what I like to do when I'm baling is set up my steering assist to the same width of the windrow. It just gives me an extra help to stay on those swaths. As you can see, the swaths aren't super large, but we should get a fair few bales off this field. And we're off. Worker seems to be doing okay for the moment. Will we get our first bale before he gets down here? As you can see, it's not filling up super quickly. There we are, 4,500 litres per bale. The first one rolled out the back. So we'll crack on with this. Just want to keep an eye on the worker, make sure he gets round like he's supposed to. This tractor is struggling a little bit to pull this baler. It shouldn't do, it has more than enough power. I guess it is a bit hilly. There we go. I think our worker is already stuck. Let's just check out what he's doing. Definitely stuck on the wall. I saw him move then. Here's our second bale coming out. Good. Definitely stuck on the wall. Moving ever so slightly, and oh, there we go. He's gone. Broken 3, but that bale is now. have a feeling. Yes, of course. I have a feeling that I will be doing this wind drawing myself. As our worker has decided to mount the bale. Oh dear. Okay, so I will get this sorted out. And I'll see you when it's done. Here we are back in the field. Wind drawing is done. As you can see, a fair few bales come off this field. I had to do it all myself. The worker insisted on driving into the wall every time he got to the bottom. So, as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in view. A couple down on the lower end of the field as well. And another one is going to pop out in just a minute. There we go. So I think we're at about 10 bales total, which isn't too bad, but these are, again, bales we can make. There we go. That's the baling done. Yes, so as you can see, there are two bales which have rolled down here. Next job for this baler will be up at the wheat field. So I will take her up there, drop her off, as it's still connected. There's no point putting it in the shed and taking her out again. This is our other field we need to get working on. Cultivated, ready for a crop. And up here on our right is our wheat field. So I don't know what the yield will be like in this field. Not very good, I should imagine. I just bought it like that. Haven't done any work to it. So let's get our combine up here and get started. Here comes the mighty Dominator. Great little combine to start off. Pretty small header, 5.2 meters wide, I think. But more than capable of getting the job done. And we haven't got very big fields to start off with. Maybe in the future we'll upgrade it. But I should think this combine will do us a very good couple of years. Let's get it locked up clockwise. Make sure we're dropping some straw. Let's get the old steering assist back on. 2 headlands, good. And off we go. Again, I don't know what the yield is like. I shan't imagine it'll be very good. We're running precision farming, so we'll be sorting out everything in our fields to get them tip top for our future crops. Get that beacon off and let's get going. Right, so our headlands are done, and we're at about 80% full, which I think is a good start, a good place to get unloaded. Got the Fent here, hooked up to our trailer, and we'll go and pick up our first load. Okay, here we are. Filling up nicely. I think the capacity of this trailer is around 9,000 litres maybe? Just the right size for us, starting off. There we go, our first 6,000 litres, 6,500 litres. Ready for me to take off. But before, we're going to put this in storage. We'll set the worker off in the combine and hopefully get that field done nice and quickly. Now that the headlands are done, they shouldn't have any problem at all doing the rest. Take off the headlands for the worker, and off they go. Right, so you might not have noticed, but at our farm we don't have a silo. But luckily for us, we are just next to the train silo. And with the train giving the best prices most of the time, it seems like a fairly good deal to go and store our grain in their silo. We will be looking to get our own silo eventually on the farm, but for the moment, to start off with, this is pretty handy. I don't think we'll ever have to worry about capacity for this silo. And it means we only have to move the grain once as well, straight from the field, practically into the cell point. There we go. First load done. Right, so the combine's cracking away nicely in their field. Let's go and pick up some of these bales and give our sheep and goats some food. Now, like I said before, they do have meadow grass in their pastures, but it's always good to stock them up with a bit of hay. This one goes straight in our storage now. Seems that it's rolled pretty much there anyway. Like bale spike I am using. It's from a straw harvest pack. And I missed it straight away, okay. And I like this bale spike because it grabs onto the bales. Which, as you can see, if you don't grab, it comes off like that. There we go. Let's get those teeth in. And now, get a second one. You can see the teeth releasing it. Grab it again. And this time, we shouldn't have any trouble transporting our bales nice and safely and securely. So first up, let's give some hay to the goats. There's one bale gone. That one must be just outside the trigger. There we go. Great. Let's have a look. So look, we've got 9,000 litres of food in there, plus 27,000 litres of meadow grass. The sheep don't have the meadow grass yet, but I did only just put in that pasture this month. I think it will probably need a month to grow to register meadow grass. But in the meantime, we can go and get some bale hay for them as well. Get them fed overnight before that meadow grass comes. Just drop this off here. See the trough filling up, it's good. So there we go, another 9,000 litres in for the sheep. And yes, I'm sure the meadow grass will come through eventually. But they've got something to keep them going while waiting for that. And look, they're already coming up to feed our one black sheep. Great. So, that's a good job done. So, let's get back up to the wheat field, check out the harvester. And he's been doing good. Most of the field's done now. I'm just going to finish off these last two passes. As you can see, the straw has been dropped, but we've got a lot of swaths, fairly wide. So to save myself going up and down too many times, I think I will get the windrow in this field. Get these windrowed into some nice larger swaths. Make it a bit easier for our baler. As you can see on the mini map in the bottom corner, our yield is pretty bad. Orange in this part where I am now, red over there. Definitely not the best, but like I said before, we'll be getting ourselves into this field, preparing it properly for our next crop. Two little spots here and there which I've seen. So I'll have to go and pick up. Like just there. Missed the spot. Normally I wouldn't mind missing a little bit, but with a yield like this is, every grain counts. Here's one more little spot. Get that. And there was a little bit over at the start of the pitch. There we go. You can see it. So I probably picked up maybe 2 litres, but like I said, every little bit counts. Right, back into the fence. This is our 3rd load. None of our loads have been full loads. And this one too will not be a full load, but we've done okay out of it. And plus the straw will be sold as well. We have no need for it. We're not keeping any cows, pigs, don't need any bedding. So the straw will be sold at the same time as the grain, probably, in the winter. So there we go. Last of our wheat, last of our harvest for this year. Nearly another 6,000 litres ready to go into storage down here. I think I will set a rule for myself that if I'm storing grain here at the silo, railway station, that I have to sell. I won't be going in and then taking it back out. I'm not sure if you can take it out, but still, if I'm storing it there, I will be selling it there. Seems only fair. So I think this is a good time for us to stop our first day here on Pallegney. Our harvest done. Let's check our total. 20,332. Not bad for a small field, which, like I said, we did no work to it. Came as it is. So that should be a nice little payday when the time is best in January. Our goats are fully fed. Sheep as well are fully fed. And I'm sure the meadow will come through when, next month when we'll be back. So we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on episode 2 next time. Bye for now.